Our first speaker is Dale Moser, who is the CEO of Coach USA, which in 2008 launched Megabus, the widely popular city-to-city express bus company with fares starting at $1 via the internet. Megabus.com has grown to a $150 million business serving 13 million passengers in more than 40 major cities in North America. I think it's one of the most exciting things that has been happening in transportation over the last decade, and it is really fun to watch. So, Dale, tell us about it.
Thank you, Tom. Somebody once told me that when you do a presentation, you should stand up, speak up, and then shut up. So I'm going to try to do that as quickly as possible for you. Thank you for having me. I'm as excited as everybody in our company is about Megabus and Coach USA. Let me just give you a quick history. Coach USA is one of the largest and diverse transportation companies in North America. Our parent company is Stagecoach Group. That's one of the largest transportation companies in the United Kingdom. They do rail, they do bus. Here in the States, we do primarily bus. We do everything from yellow bus all the way to transportation that moves senior citizens on holidays and to see the leaves change in the New England states. So we're a quite diverse operation. But I'm here to talk about Megabus primarily because it's the fastest growing transportation business we have, and we think it's revolutionized and reinvented what intercity bus travel has been over the centuries. We started this in 2006 with a concept that how could we get Americans out of their cars or out of airplanes and into a more affordable and safe and reliable form of transportation using the infrastructure that we currently have, our highways. So we started in Chicago in 2006. We've surprisingly gotten people out of their cars more than I actually thought we would initially. Cars are what make Americans, and this concept was new to the States, but what we found, people overwhelmingly turned their cars in to get into a bus for a safe and reliable form of transportation. I'll tell you where we are today and where we plan to go in the future. Here's where we started in 2006. We used a hub in Chicago, a real simple concept, using 7 cities and using a hub city of being Chicago. So we did Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Detroit, Cleveland, St. Louis, Indianapolis as our hub and spoke type of concept. Rather rapidly, we moved to New York, into the Northeast area with some cities there, and in 2009, we went down into Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Toronto. As this business continued to catch on rapidly, it took us initially from a 0 brand recognition in 2006. It took us 18 months to get our first 1 millionth passenger. So we were pretty excited about that, but that did seem like a long time. Where we've gone today, we do 1 million passengers every 33 days. So just to show you this growth we've had over that time. In 2010, we opened a hub right here in Washington. We expanded down into Atlanta to the southeast. That was our first extension down there. 2012, we then branched into Texas and back out into the West Coast in California. So right now we operate some 300 buses, well over 100 cities in the United States and in 2 provinces in Canada. That's our network map as we see it today. You'll see it's pretty much the Midwest, the Northeast, the Southeast, and then out a little bit on the West Coast. There's scope for growth as we see it, as the demand continues. What was our concept? Our concept was pretty simple. It was to take some of the concepts that current travelers were not using or wanted, but were not getting from other traditional forms of bus service, meaning direct city-to-city service. Not a route that stops 15 times between Chicago and Minneapolis, they wanted to get there at about the same amount of time it would take them to drive. So that was our concept, make it an express service, keep it simple. We use state-of-the-art European double-deckers that are manufactured for U.S. specifications. We can seat 81 passengers on a double-decker bus. It makes us one of the greenest forms of transportation as known by the University of Vermont's environmental group. From a per passenger mile basis, we use less fuel and we're more environmentally friendly. Those are reciprocal values we get from doing our service. What else did we need to do? We were going through the internet for our sales concept. We felt we needed to offer Wi-Fi, power outlets, so that people could utilize their time and make it worth their while to travel by bus as opposed to car or maybe even airplane. We also use what's called a yield management pricing model. Now that's not really new. We've been doing that in the airlines for some 30 years. We just implemented it into a ground transportation system. We start all our tickets, all our trips, every day, every bus at $1. After the $1 seats are purchased, the pricing incrementally moves up in a stair-step approach until it gets to last day of departure or as the bus starts to get full. Saying that, even our top prices are more economical, as the consumers tell us, compared to driving when you pay for gas, tolls, parking, etc., air, rail, and in most cases other bus companies. That's our whole concept. It's fairly simple. We also use center city stops. We do not use terminals in a lot of places. Here in DC we are in Union Station, in Boston we're in places. But the concept was to find center city stops that were safe, convenient, and easy access to other forms of intermodal connectivity. Again, a European and Asian concept that we're trying to implement here in the States. Consumers like that. Some of the things we do, we believe we're the safest operation out there. We think we set the standard. The Federal Motor Carrier has endorsed the things we are doing. We've been using seatbelts in buses, albeit it's not mandatory, since 2006. Every bus is wheelchair accessible, ADA. They're all climate controlled. We use a GPS tracking system. We know where every bus is at every moment, how fast it's going, if it's on route, off route, its headway. We have all of that on a tracking system in our New Jersey corporate headquarters where it's being monitored 24/7. No one else in this industry is doing what we're doing. So we're pretty proud about that. And we've been noted as a green certified company by the University of Vermont, a triple leaf. So we're proud to say we're an environmentally friendly operation. Again, we buy the tickets are bought, 99% of them are bought online, convenient. You can do it at home, do it on your PDA, do it on your iPad. It's real simple. We do sell walk-up tickets only in our larger hub cities, though, just as a convenience where we have high frequency. We have a mobile access, and we also have a tracking app. Again, these things are non-traditional to what this industry has been doing, and we think we're cutting edge on all of these things that make it more convenient and easier for consumers to buy. We're converting 60% of the customers who use our service today have told us independently they left their car at home. So we're getting huge intermodal shift. Now, when AAA tells me that there are 2.2 billion people take travel by car for leisure reasons every year, that's a huge market. That's a potential market that's unlimited. And 1 billion take travel by air for leisure. So 3.2 billion is our potential market. So we haven't even, at 30 million, we haven't even started to hit where we think we can go. The other things that have been really of value is we're careful, we select high professional people. We've created over 1,000 new jobs since 2008 in this market, even through a recession. We're pretty excited about that. I love to go around on the Hill and be able to promote that because we're doing all of this, gang, without any federal or state subsidies. This is all on our own capital money. we've grown so fast, we've grown so big, you know, everybody knows the other guy that's, the other companies out there that comes to mind right away when you talk about buses, but we are actually now larger than they are. They may carry more passengers, but as a company, we are much more diverse, we operate more vehicles, and quite frankly, we're growing at a faster pace, and we're becoming the new hottest and sexiest thing in this industry. So for a bus industry, to be able to hear customers say this is hot and sexy is pretty interesting. Here are our competitors, as I've mentioned. The automobile and airplanes are our two. We get, between the two of them, we get 88% of our customers come out of those vehicles. So we get huge modal shift, and we're pretty excited about that. Again, some of the things I've already talked about, some of the things we feel pretty proud of. We've been named the greenest bus operator in North America by our peers. We're awarded the 3-leaf honor from the University of Vermont for being green. When all things are created equal, consumers turn to the green alternative. When it looks like price is the same and the time is the same, they'll turn to the green alternative. So we think we have a couple things on the cutting edge that are going to give us clear advantage as we continue to go forward. So we're really excited about that. There's been studies done. This will show you, the bottom left graph shows you that for 35 consecutive years, an intercity bus travel had declined in ridership. It meant less people were riding year on year. In 2007, it took a reverse, and for the past 6 consecutive years, it's been increasing. Joe Sweeterman, the professor at DePaul, attributes that to what he calls the Megabus effect. When we came into the market, and transversely all of the competitors who first looked at us and said, boy, well, you're crazy, what are you doing, are now copying our business model. And we're fine with that. We're flattered by that. That means we've got it right. And if what we did helped to reinvent the industry and give it a better image and make it more practical for consumers to get out and travel, then that's fantastic. We're excited about that. And the graph on the bottom right shows you how bus travel has been up 2011 to 2012 by 7.3% compared to rail at 3% and air by 0.4%, and auto was down. So those are times just coming out of a recession, and we're still continuing to grow and turn more people into traveling at a more affordable and safe, reliable alternative with bus travel. We've gained a lot of exposure. You know, that picture's not the best, but we've been on, Peter Greenberg has highlighted us on NBC. Matt Lauer on his NBC show has also highlighted us. We've had huge customer testimonials. Business Week has done articles on us. Most recently, Smart CEO did a big article on us. We're excited about the type of exposure that we're getting. It's called the Megabus effect, and we hope to keep that ball rolling rapidly. We've hit a number of milestones. We haven't spent a lot of money on marketing and advertising, and we've still gained this growth. It's come by referrals, by delivering and meeting the promises you commit to the consumer. I don't care if it's $1 here in America, we still expect quality. So as long our return rate is about 89% of the people who used this once will use this again, and 94% say they'll tell a friend. And when they do that, we continue to grow. We've used the internet as our main source of getting our name out there, getting our brand more recognized. We've tried every format within the internet. It's worked successfully. We find it to be exciting. We just hit 30 million passengers, and as I mentioned, we now do about every 33 days we do 1 million passengers we serve in these 100 cities. So we're moving a lot of folks. Our philosophy is fairly simple. These are some of the adages that I use, but we had a vision, and we were on a mission to get folks out of their car and onto a bus, and we intend to deliver quality service at fair, affordable prices and continue to deliver safe service. For the future, we'll continue to look for strategic expansion opportunities. There's still scope for expansion. Today, I get more calls from cities that want us to be in their market to help their constituent than ever before. We continue to focus on delivering the safe and innovative and value-added services, because that's what we are. We're a service company, just happens to use a bus as the prime source to get people to and from where they are. We take care of our employees. We take care of the passengers. All of those things play out on delivering high-quality service. And we continue to be a leader in the transportation industry. You know, safe, affordable travel is our goal, and it shouldn't keep you from the things you love. We're not just a transportation company. We're a company that helps you stay connected with the things you love. Let's see if we can get this TV commercial to go now. Guess not. Okay.
Is that supposed to connect to the internet?
It should.
Oh, well.
If you can do that.
I don't have the computer connected to the internet.
Oh, okay.
If we connect
Is that fine?
It should work.
Looks pretty good so far. No volume. All right. Thank you very much.